Hey guys, so last night we checked into the Ramada Inn by Wyndham over in Vallejo next to Six Flags Discovery Kingdom. I think that's the location that they call it. And this was the least expensive that I found, and I found it on Expedia, and it was super inexpensive because I did have some points that I accrued, so I had some money towards it because of the points accrued. So that was awesome. And I did it on the app through my phone, so hopefully I got my double points like they suggest that you're supposed to be getting when you do that with Expedia. So we just checked in last night because we were just here for the night, and I feel like we got the idea that it wasn't like the nicest looking place, and it was just like the creep factor was very high. And then when we arrived here, we went into the lobby, and there were two people in front of me, and one of the people, I don't know what the situation was, but the front desk guy seemed like he was getting short with him, and it might have been like a cultural difference as far as the front desk person. So mannerisms and customer service was not on point at all. And then the people that came in next, or that were after him before me, they were commenting on how their room smelled, and so I had already seen on Expedia some comments about how this was just a gross place to stay at or whatever, but I also had read that they were also redoing everything, and the pictures that they show online suggest that it looks clean and nice and more updated, with the exception of that they were changing things with the pool. So yeah, so when I got up to the front desk, and my friend David was with me, just was wandering around like a kind of a creep or two. So at one point he walked out the door, and the front desk guy called out to him and said, hey you, and I had to tell the front desk person that he was with me, so we were just waiting. And so when I get up there, I told him I had a reservation, I told him my name, and then he was asking like if one bed was fine, and I said, well, I asked for two beds, but one is fine too, like as long as that's clean. And he was like, but you were two guys. And so I was a little bit offended by that, because it really shouldn't matter, and that's just not something somebody should be saying when they work the front desk. So I was bothered by that. But I just stood there, and I put my ID and my credit card up there, and he was like, I need an ID and a credit card, and I just pointed to the fact that it was sitting there a lot of the time. And then he kind of giggled to himself when he was looking at the rooms, and then he gave me my room key, and I started to walk off into the direction that he'd pointed to as to where it was. But then I guess I was going to a different direction, and so he's like, no, over there, and he actually came from behind the desk to point it out, and we were like, okay. So it wasn't like at some hotels they give you like a map and they circle it and show you where it is, or it's just super easy. This is a very large hotel. So we walked over and came into the room, and this is what our room looks like. So let's start over here. So yeah, I mean, I looked at the pictures again today to be like, I feel like this is not what is shown on the site, but it is similar. It's just not super clean and updated. Like this table right here, I don't know if you can see, that brown table is super sticky. For whatever reasons, there's the one chair, there's the lamp. You have a mirror. The beds are unkempt because obviously we slept in them, and we're trying to check out this drawer right here. This drawer will not close, or maybe it will. Okay, nope. See, there it opens by itself. And then if you look, like this phone is very outdated and dirty and gross, and you can even see back there it's super dirty. And so yeah, there were two beds, which is fine. There's two of us. It did have the fridge because that's what I needed in it. There's the coffee maker. You have the mirror and the sink. I totally tried to use the hairdryer today, and when you pull it off, literally it comes all the way off. Yep. Crazy. Just like dirty. And then this is the bathroom. The bathtub is obviously very old and kind of dirty and gross, but I did wipe it down and I still took a bath. And I guess you can't really see it. I should probably film these from the other view of things. So yeah, that's it. I mean, it was fine. It did smell a little bit like cigarettes, and we didn't want to keep the window open while we slept because, again, we're in Vallejo, and it wasn't the nicest looking area either. So I think that's all I have to say about the place. The internet's horrible, and I had to call and get the Wi-Fi password. They didn't provide it to me like we usually get at the front desk, and that was kind of a little bit of a situation because I said, you know, what's the password? And the guy, it sounded like he said gift, and I said gift, G-I-F-T, and he was like, yes. I entered the number in, I entered gift in, and it did not work. I said, it's not working. He kept saying gift, and I said, it's not working. And he's like, you don't know what gift is? And I was like, no. And then he started spelling, and he was like, G-U-E-S-T. So that's guest. That's different. So that was annoying too. But then what was more annoying is the Wi-Fi is not good. Literally, whenever I turn off my computer, it has me go in and go back in and reassign the password and the network and everything like that. So, and it's very slow. We did try to use some streaming devices, and I tried to check email and go to websites. Not a thing. So this is definitely not somewhere I would normally stay, especially if I needed to do business stuff off-site. So that's my review.